let's see if there is any difference between the first generation Alpine Loop compared to the second generation Alpine Loop. This was released with the first generation Apple Watch Ultra. This was released with the second generation Apple Watch Ultra. I'm going to measure, weigh, and feel to see if we can see any difference at all. We all know that the new one is made from a lot more recycled material than the old one. And they are different colors. These colors aren't available anymore because they were replaced with 3 new colors. But both of these are brand new, so nothing in this test is due to any wear or tear. So let's open them up. Here we have them both. They are both in the large size, so it shouldn't be any measurable difference in length, even though some difference doesn't really matter because you can adjust this with a ton of adjustability on all these loops. But let's just first compare the length. And they are within like a millimeter of each other, the same length. I hope you can see here between my fingers. Yeah, the green one could be like 1 millimeter longer, but it's negligible. So I am going to weigh them on my little scale here. See how this goes. And if the numbers aren't visible on camera, I will tell you it's 12.9 grams for the green first generation Alpine Loop. Let's see how the second one compares, or the indigo, I should say. (13.3 grams, so it weighs 0.4 grams more. Very little difference. Let's see if we can measure them. Or measure some difference on them. In the end of this video I will tell you how they feel to the hand and on the wrist. It's a 3.1 centimeter. And this is also 3.1, so there's no difference there. I'm going to see how far it is between this loop and, let's see. Let's just go see if there's any difference in the loop length. So we are between 2 there, and we are between 2 there. Let's see how it looks on the first generation. There you can see we are almost in the middle of a loop, so the distance between the loops are actually different. And you can also see if the camera picks this up correctly. These loops are a little bit fluffier on the indigo. I'm going to see if I can get some focus close up here. Compared to the green one, they are a little bit flatter, so I guess they are a little bit more spaced apart. I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but it is longer between each loop on the green one. Looking at the titanium, I cannot see any noticeable difference. I guess this one contains more recycled titanium, as with all new Apple products. So let's head over to how they feel. I mean, both of these are comfortable on the wrist. I have tested them both on the wrist. But as you can, just by holding this like this, I hope it picks up on camera, but the Indigo one is thicker by quite a bit. And that is noticeable on the wrist as well, but I'm not sure if it will flatten out over time when you use it. But it feels fluffier and thicker compared to this one. But it also has, let's see if you can pick up the sound the Indigo one makes when you rub it like this. It's a lot less noticeable on this one. So for me, that feels like this is a little more plasticky, even though they are both made of plastic. But this feels a little bit more fabric-like, even though it has the nylon feel to it. I mean, you can't get around that they are made of nylon if I'm correct, if I remember correctly. One thing that I think a lot of people want to know is if it's stretchy, because a stretchy band is a comfortable band, pretty much. Let's see if I can apply equal force when pulling. The green one is a little bit stretchy, which is good, because then you can move around your wrist and move the watch up and down without it feeling uncomfortable. Oh, this is really stretchy. Definitely more stretchy. So I would say, out of a pure comfort point of view, the new bands should be a little bit more comfortable. How they fare durability wise, I cannot tell, but I have seen a lot of people with the original Alpine Loops being worn in this area where it grinds against the titanium lugs. I mean, these are pretty sharp in the edges here. If the new bands fare any better, it's hard to tell. They haven't been out that long, but one can always hope. But there you go, there are definitely some difference between these two bands, even though they should be pretty much the same. Apple has changed something. If this is just for the Indigo color, I'm not sure, I doubt it. I think that it goes for all the Alpine Loops currently available. So please let me know in the comments what you think about these bands, if you have an opinion, if you have tested both of them. And I hope this video has been helpful in any way. Thank you for watching.